In the early hours of January 3, 2026, Latin America woke up to a geopolitical earthquake. The United States launched a direct military strike on Venezuela. Hours later, former U.S. President Donald Trump announced that Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores, had been captured and removed from the country. But the shock didn't stop there. Within 24 hours, Trump publicly suggested that a military operation against Colombia sounds good, igniting fears of a wider regional conflict. In this video, we will break down what happened in Caracas, how the operation was executed, why Colombia was suddenly mentioned, and what comes next for the balance of power in Latin America. Military analysts believe the operation followed a classic U.S. Special Operations doctrine. The airstrikes acted as a diversionary shock, overwhelming Venezuelan radar and command systems. Behind this wall of fire, U.S. Delta Force operators reportedly infiltrated Caracas. CH-47 Chinook helicopters were allegedly used for rapid insertion and extraction, ideal for urban raids requiring speed and heavy lift capacity. The entire operation was likely completed in less than 2 hours, minimizing exposure and preventing organized resistance. This was not a conventional invasion, it was a decapitation strike. Within hours, Venezuelan authorities confirmed that Maduro was missing. Vice President Delcy Rodriguez demanded proof of life. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez condemned the attack and called for national resistance. Diosdado Cabello urged loyalists and militias to prepare for confrontation. However, the absence of Maduro created a power vacuum. In Venezuela, real power does not flow from the constitution alone. It rests on a three-pillar system: the ruling party, the security apparatus and militias, the armed forces. With the top figure removed, the system entered a moment of extreme instability. Analysts outlined three main scenarios. Scenario A: collective Chavismo, most likely. Power remains within the regime, redistributed among Delcy Rodriguez as institutional figurehead, Padrino Lopez controlling the military, and Cabello maintaining political and militia influence. This would preserve the regime structure without Maduro. Scenario B: military-centered power. The armed forces take direct control, sidelining civilian party figures. This would resemble a de facto military junta, prioritizing internal order over ideology. Scenario C: fragmentation. Infighting between factions, possible purges, urban violence, and even guerrilla-style conflict. This is the most dangerous outcome and the hardest to contain. One day after the attack, Donald Trump made a statement that stunned the region. When asked about Colombia, he accused President Petro of presiding over a narco state and said that a military operation against Colombia sounds good. The justification? Narco-trafficking. This was unprecedented. Colombia is a longtime U.S. ally, not an adversary. It is a constitutional democracy with civilian control of the military. President Petro immediately rejected the statement, calling it a violation of sovereignty, a breach of international law, and unacceptable escalation. Regional leaders echoed the concern, warning that U.S. military rhetoric was spiraling out of control. The message sent from Washington was clear: no regime or even allied government is entirely off-limits. This reshapes regional calculations. Governments may accelerate military cooperation with external powers. Armed forces will reassess loyalty structures. Political instability becomes a strategic vulnerability. For the first time in decades, Latin America faces the real possibility of open interstate military coercion. The capture of Nicolás Maduro was not just the end of a leader, it was a signal that the rules have changed. Whether this leads to stabilization or chaos depends on what happens next in Caracas, Bogotá, and Washington. One thing is certain: Latin America has entered its most volatile moment since the Cold War. If you want more deep military and geopolitical analysis like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown. This is Military Power TV. See you in the next video.